Good morning, students. Today our lesson will be about task 2 discussion essay, as it's already written. There are 3 types, all ones. Then we will practice writing one essay together, as it was in our previous lessons. If you will have any questions during the session, please ask, do not hesitate. Can you guys hear me? Can you see clearly? Okay, if you can see clearly and you can hear me clearly, we can start. Perfect. Guys, now look at these essay topics. Can you tell me what type of essay is it? Okay, I have here correct answers. Okay, those people who are saying it's agree, disagree essay, you are not that clear. Okay, exactly, it's an opinion essay. Well done. Because here it's asking, to what extent do you agree? As soon as you see the word you in your task, it means it's an opinion. Go straight with an opinion essay. Now look at this one. Computers are being used more and more in education. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages and give your opinion. What type of essay is it? Okay, have answer. Discussing an opinion, discussion essay plus opinion, pros and cons essay. It's not just pros and cons essay. Exactly, it's pros and cons. Plus opinion. Great. Next one. Yeah, Timur Bek. Yeah, it's opinion with advantage, disadvantage. Now look at this one and give me the type. Little longer now. Computers are being used more and more in education. Some people say it's displaying a positive trend, while others argue that it's leading to negative consequences. So discuss both sides and give your opinion. It's a discussion essay plus opinion. Well done, guys. Jasmine, Rose, Sevinch, Abdulaziz, you guys got it correct. Now let's look at the structure, how you should structure these essays. Because 3 of them will go as a homework. I don't want to see your mistakes in the structure. What is the structure of this one? First comes what?
Intro.
Exactly. First comes introduction. Then goes what? Do not just say B1 and B2. What are those B1 and B2s should be about? Exactly. It should be only about your opinion. The same as your B2. You cannot discuss both sides as it's an opinion essay. Yeah. You should be agree, agree, or disagree, disagree. or you should be disagree. You cannot say I agree in one side and I disagree on the other side. It would be then discussion essay. Here it's opinion. Then you go with your conclusion. Here you restate your thesis statement. Please, in your essays, do not write the word or and start discussing like this one, okay? Don't have 4 body paragraphs. Okay, now let's look at the next one. Pros and cons one. First, use more and more in education. Discuss advantages and disadvantages and give your opinion. What should we do here? Again, we will have introduction, around 50 words. Then I have my B1, then I have my B2, then I have my B3. What those paragraphs should be about. Exactly, this will be about pluses, this will be about minuses, this will be about your opinion. But guys, in order to follow the coherence and cohesion in your essays, do this one. If you agree with this essay, then write about the agree side first, then about the negative side, then say, however, in my opinion. Do not have 2 paragraphs in a row about the same thing. Okay? So it shouldn't go like this one. Minus, then goes plus, then again plus. You should have a different paragraphs in every one. If you write the plus essays in a row, your paragraphs will be very similar and it will be very visible for the examiner. That's why mix it up. I hope I was clear enough here. Did you understand this part? Okay, great. Then here goes your conclusion. Guys, please, in your conclusion, do not say, I want to say. I know you want to say lots of things, but you don't have to say it. Keep it fully academic, fully formal. You are not speaking, you are not outside. Yes, Timurberg, you should say to conclude with, in my opinion, in my view, that would be great. Keep it classic way of saying in conclusion and to conclude with, still popular, still effective. Or to sum up, yes, Abdurrahim, it's good. So we will not use it. Conclusion should be again about 50 words. If you want to have more, be my guest. Okay, now this one. Computers are being used more and more in education. Some people say it's this positive trend, while others argue it's leading to negative consequences. We have here the word the while, so it's immediately discussion essay. So give me the structure. Exactly the same as this one. instead of saying advantage, disadvantages, you just discuss the both. Discuss the other. Then go with your opinion. Here you don't need to mix up the pluses and minuses in one paragraph. Just say why some people think this way, why some people think it this way. Do not say with first advantage is this one, second advantage is this one. No. Keep the discussion language. Now here the structure for the introduction. I have put it again repeatedly so you can use it while writing your essays. Guys, when you participate in online lessons and you watch it at home, be careful that I'm providing you with these structures, not just because to put you into some frame or to limit you or to put borders, no. But the IELTS wants you to follow the structure because that's how exactly they will mark your essays. If you have the perfect language and you have the perfect vocabulary, correctly, you have effective examples, your language is perfect. However, if you are not paragraphing them well or you are not balancing them, you have no these structures in your essay, you will get a lot like a significantly low mark. Your mark will range from 5.5 to 6.5 for IELTS, but for like 10, 12, maximum 15, maximum very kind. In introduction, you don't start with your opinion, guys, even if it's an opinion essay. Look at the structure. First, you paraphrase the question, states both of the views if it's a discussion essay. Today we have discussion, that's why I wrote this way. And you will have the thesis statement. Thesis statement, already you know what you want to discuss in this essay, what type of essay is it, you just mention it. For Lyceum West, 15. Timurbeck, next year you will know it. For this task 2, you will get 20 marks overall. And if you don't follow the structure, you make the mistakes, your maximum the mark you will get is 15. Okay, here you have main body paragraph. State the first viewpoint, discuss the first viewpoint. And this part is very, very important. You don't jump from one statement to another statement. Do not list your points, your viewpoints. You have to explain why it's good or why it's bad, why people think so, why people cannot think in a different way. You have to give example to support it. Here the reasons why you elaborated. You now give the further explanation. And the example is again important. Most of you missing the part example. I understand it's a little hard to give academic examples. However, you must should be your sentence 4. Otherwise, your paragraph much have effective like support you are giving. You're explaining your reasons. If you don't have example, the paragraph is weak. The same is repeated in your body too. And conclusion, look. Summary. Summary means restatement. You should remind to the examiner what was this whole essay about, what was your position. And then you further elaborate why. And now let's go down. Today we will write for this one. We have covered this essay with upper intermediate group. And the essays weren't that good. Today we will not just write an essay, we also will discuss which parts are giving you the marks for lexical resource, for task achievement, for coherence cohesion. I will highlight those parts so it will be more understandable for you what words to use more in your essays. Read this and tell me if you didn't understand. I think we have today a pre-intermediate group also. So guys, if you have any questions, ask. Gather your arguments. Of course, I will send this. Okay, let's divide it into paragraphs. It's our first paragraph, while others is our second paragraph. In your own opinion is your third paragraph. Yep. In your mind, gather some ideas of saying why you right now we are using these computers for education. We are having online classes. Why its advantages? Why it's good? Then say why it has some negative consequences. Why we shouldn't use computers. And then state your own opinion. So your first two paragraphs must be balanced. You shouldn't take any side. But you should give some hints, like saying majority people thinks this way. It means you are in that opinion, but do not say it directly. Okay, Rose says it's a positive effect. So why it's a positive effect? Yeah, it may waste your time if you use it in the wrong way, if you play games as you are doing right now at home. Okay, yeah, there's a range of information. Okay, Jasmine, it can be damage people's health, especially eyesight, also distracts children and let them cheat on some works. Of course, you guys cheat. Sometimes I check your essays and I see very similarity. Plagiarism is like 70%. Okay. Now you have some ideas. We can start writing the essay. Exactly. It also increases education quality. Let's go with an example essay. If you will have something to add. Okay, let's start introduction. There is an ever increasing use of technology, such as tablets and laptops in the classroom. So what we have done right now is we have wording. So in education or just computers, we said education have changed into the classroom. Computers to tablets and laptops, because both are used, both are the same as computers. Always paraphrase. When I say paraphrase, don't change the place of the word. For example, move the computer to this place. No, paraphrasing means changing the word and changing the full sentence. Now we have given the topic of the essay. Now we have to give the sides of who thinks what. It's for the examiner to know the discussion essay. That this is a positive development. Now you should show the comparison. We have stated one side of the argument that some people think it's a good trend. Now you should say, however, or whereas, or whilst people think a different view. Whilst is good wording for you. While others disagree, and think it will lead to adverse ramifications. So now we told the examiner that it is a discussion essay. We will discuss two viewpoints. Now it's time to give the opinion part. So as we are getting rid of the word as it was in our second lesson, we will say disagrees. It means I agree, I think so. Agrees that an increase in technology is beneficial to students and teachers. We are mentioning teachers because they are talking about education. So who uses education? Just teachers. Don't just sit in the classroom and do computers, right? If you want, it's an optional. You can also include that this essay will discuss both points of view. It's all for you. Now we are having double thesis statement. It's optional in discussion essays. This just to give the examiner a clear view that you will discuss for opinion or it just depends on you. How you structure your statement, but in another right sentence. The second one will be extra. So now we are done with introductions. Okay, 59 words. So far, it's good. Did you understand this part? Okay. Okay, yes, great. Guys, any question, like any, please ask. Because your exams are really close. Adverse ramification means like disadvantage. it will have negative consequences, negative outcome. Do not say "in my opinion" anymore in your thesis statements. Say "this essay agrees." It's more professional, and it will really help you to avoid the word "I." Because Timurбек, when you're using "I" in your thesis statement, you continue using it in your body paragraphs. So most students are getting really confused. So that's why I advise you now to write "this essay agrees." It's the same level, same mark. Yeah, if it's an opinion essay, you may say "this essay agrees." It means in my opinion, in my view. It's just a paraphrased version. Okay, now let's proceed with our B1. Okay, it's clear that the internet has provided students with access to more information than ever before. So this is giving a hint to the examiner that this paragraph will be about advantages, even using the word of advantage. Okay, moreover, keep reading the word advantage, benefit will make your essays descriptive. Try having the replacements for those ones, but keep them formal. Learners have the ability to research, and learn about any subject at the touch of a button. This means by clicking a few buttons, you get the information that you wanted easily. However, when you read the books, you have to look for the pages. You have single information, and it's not even a fact that the information that you are looking for will be in exact this book. So the internet is saving your time. It is therefore agreed that technology is a very worldwide tool for education. Now we can give example. Wikipedia is a prime example. So you see, it's not compulsory for you to start your example with the word "for example." You can change the place. Changing place is effective for you not to seem your essay to be like memorized. Because most students, what they do is memorize every single word in the sentence and have to start the essay and go with this memorized words, memorized sentence into the exam. And that's how they reduce their marks without even knowing that by their own they are getting such low marks. That's why I actually advise you guys not to start your essay with the word nowadays. Hundreds of essays started, it's really old. Type in keyword and gain access to in-depth knowledge. That's done. Our first paragraph. Do you have any questions regarding this one? Okay. So here we have topic sentence as it was in the structure that was mentioned above. Then we have explanation, why it's the reason. Then goes a further explanation to support it. Then we have the example that I was talking about. So all in structure, and there is a connection between sentences. Let's proceed with or B2. As our paragraph is 70 words, already if we make our second paragraph more than 70 words, there will be no place for opinion. So you can elaborate your opinion in conclusion. It's also possible. Now I will show you how to do it. Okay, let's start. So now as we are on the second side of the view, we can start with the word however. Simple, clear. Many disagree and feel that technology deprives people from real human interaction. Real human interaction means isolation. When you don't want to talk to people, when you just want to sit at home. Deprives means avoid. You do everything, just stay away from people. As we are doing it right now. Okay, now we have to point here that the human interaction is deprived. Now we have to explain what does it mean and why it's bad. Human interaction teaches people to valuable skills such as discourse, debate, empathy. Till this part is it clear? Guys, is it clear till this part? Okay, as most of you got too relaxed, can you continue this paragraph? Give me one more sentence that explains this argument and give me example. So students work. Okay, viajeros, which helps them. Okay, which might be beneficial in the future. Give me an example. Till you think for your example, I will proceed with in conclusion. While the benefits particularly internet allow students to tap into limitless sources. Limitless source means unlimited. Some still feel that people should be wary of this new phenomenon. And not allow it to curb face-to-face interaction. Your the big variety that students can cheat at school subjects, but they cannot understand their knowledge source. For example, playing computer games and spending huge time on social media. Harassment. For example, playing computer games and spending huge time on social media makes person may make person forget about their real and live their virtual life. Okay, good. We have 68. Okay, it depends on you where you want to give your opinion. You can give here as a B3. However, if you don't have enough words, if you think that you have nothing to write, if you don't have ideas to include into B3, you can write 1 or 2 sentences in your conclusion, giving the reason why you think this way. But keep your conclusion much bigger. However, now I will explain it. However, as long as it's kept in mind the importance of human interaction. Educational yes, you can make the word in it's much stronger. Like it can be used in a more with low terms, like enforce the law. Okay. In conclusion, while the benefits of to curb interface of interaction, however, we can change this part. Educational benefits are clearly as more clear, positive virtual communication. Yes, Timurbek, any questions? Task 1, we will write task 1 too. However, a little later, because intermediate, upper, and most of them are preparing for Lyceum, and they don't have task 1. Those charts. That's why panels and task 2s. As soon as they learn how to write it, we'll start with task 1, IELTS. Okay, guys, now let's see what parts of this essay gives marks. First of all, in IELTS, there is a phenomenon like called the scores markers. Words like however, despite this, in conclusion, they are counted to be as linking words or linking phrases. When you have this logical flow in your ideas and your sentences are interconnected with each other, that's what makes your essay coherent, and that adds you mark. For example, it gives you mark. Don't use like, use such as. When you say it's often argued, you are giving a clear introduction for the examiner that you have to discuss, and it gives you mark again. And you use the compare like while others or whilst others, again it gives you mark. And when you say this essay agrees, it gives you mark because that's what coherence and cohesion is. You go down. Here, moreover, again, coherence and cohesion. It's there for attention. Before giving up or giving the example in the essay, is that what leads to clarity, and again, it gives you coherence, cohesion. Here, the word however, for example, in conclusion. In this whole essay, these words are giving you coherence and cohesion. Yeah, whereas to exemplify those ones will give you extra marks as well. So now let's look at the lexical resource part. What words have given you extra mark in this essay? Now you will see. The word computers. They paraphrase it to technology, you got the mark. Also, when we said it's the internet, you got the mark. The word education, when it was changed in the classroom, again, it was your lexical resource. Your band score was increasing. And when you said education and it was said students plus teachers, again, you showed your vocabulary range. Positive trend was changed to positive development. And for example, negative consequences was replaced to adverse ramifications. These all was used just to increase your band score. It was adding you this lexical resource. Is it clear? So these are just examples, like few. In this essay, you can find many of them. Okay, let's see how long is this essay. 261 words. Right on top. Do you have any questions? Okay. Then guys, I have a question to you. If you don't have, I will ask. Can you give me your suggestions, what we can do in our online classes? What topics we can cover, what kind of problems you are having? I can organize little readings as in your mock exams and do it right here online. Or we can do grammar tests, or we can write essays. Give me your suggestions. I will consider them and we will do. Abdulaziz, no. Timurbeck, we cannot do speaking club. It will be like a mess. More mess than we have on Sundays. Why are you guys so concerned about grammar tests? Okay, first one, grammar test. Idioms, you like the idiom part? By the way, guys, some of you sent me such a good sentences for you, the usage of idioms. I was really impressed. And I will do a test for idioms for the next lesson I'm trying for you. More phrasal verbs. I don't think we can do listening here. Okay, discuss quiet readings. Yeah, that would be actually great. Next. Problem solution essays. Okay, what else? Practice more task one. Which task one? IELTS task one or Lyceum task one? Okay, then I will combine them. Half an hour for email, half an hour for IELTS. Guys, if I make my lesson more than 1 hour, will it be comfortable for you? Will it be suitable? Won't you get tired? You absolutely get tired, Abdulaziz. I'm absolutely sure you will not. Exactly, you not. Okay, then from next lesson, I will make my lessons longer so we can discuss more. Okay, give me more suggestions. You gave me suggestions only like for 3 lessons. We will have more. Yes, Jasmine, you should have sent the usage of your idioms. Give me more suggestions. Now I will divide them into lessons so you can know what about your lessons will be. Give me 10. Here we will discuss wide readings. So now you don't want to write task 2 essays, right? Okay, discuss previous mock tests. I can do it. Okay. Actually, I was having this idea in my mind, but I wasn't sure that you guys would agree. We will discuss 2015 and 2014 first. IELTS readings. Okay. IELTS reading. IELTS students ask only for IELTS lessons. Okay, now give me 2 more. Vocabulary. Sure, why not? Give me last suggestion. Games. Okay, I can do it. Oh yeah, that one is a good idea. Complex sentences. More? IELTS games. Okay, Abdurrahim, I will do this one today. I will send a previous mock tests to you. You will do at home one more time. Then here we will check it together. Okay? Oh, Timurbek, it's for you. I am doing it. You are the only presenter from IELTS group today, and you are standing up on your feet very good. Okay, then I will do this one. I will pick from here 2 or 3 of them, and we will discuss it in the next lesson. Now I will do it so you can prepared. Next lesson will be tomorrow, the day 25 or 3:20 at 10 a.m. Topics that will be covered, previous mock tests for Lyceum. Timurbek, you can do it also because next year you will have it. Next, I will take complex and compound sentences. And the compound sentences, have to make them. And third one would be a problem solution essay. So we will have 2-hour lesson. So do not sleep, wake up earlier, prepare your notebooks, your pens, you are a positive mood, be energetic, message, participate. So this plan is for next lesson, which will be held tomorrow at the exact time. At the end, I may have a quiz, but not sure if I can prepare it. Guys, so you use Zoom through your laptops or through your phones? Okay, I may create a quiz, like a fun game about essays, about grammar all together at once. It's not confirmed yet. If I will have enough time to create, I will do it for tomorrow. Okay, our plan is done for next lesson. We have questions or more suggestions. If you have, please message. Okay, I see you have no more suggestions left. Your homework is, as I mentioned, up there. These ones. I discussed this one with you guys, not for fun. You'll write an essay. Pick one and write an essay. When I say pick one essay, do not pick the essay that we wrote already together. Pick the essay that we discussed only the structure part. Because I read some essays that you sent, the ones that we wrote together. I don't want to read the essay that we wrote together. It's all clear. At home, you guys are like preferring the easy life. Let me put those 3 essays down here, because now you will get confused. The essays are here. Timurbeck, I will send you one. I'm sure you can find a way out of it. Okay, guys, that is the end of our lesson for today, which lasted only 1 hour. Next lesson, our lesson will be for 2 hours. We will cover these 4 topics. Please, at home, be prepared. Okay? Great. Thank you for participating. Thank you for being active. It was really fun. Stay.